The crypto markets have digested a really, really bad taco from a taco stand, and right now we are seeing the repercussions. So what do I mean? It means that the Fed just cut rates, but they said that they're not going to cut as many times next year. So that is why the crypto market has completely nuked, or it feels that way anyway. Again, it's like going to a taco truck on the side of the road, getting a taco, and then having indigestion. So will this last a long time? Are we done? Is it now up from here? I'm going to touch on that, including what I am doing, what coins I am buying, and all that kind of stuff, looking at charts, sharing everything that I'm looking at right now. So before I go through all the charts and all the good stuff, I want to give you a high-level perspective here. This is the VIX, essentially the Volatility Index for the stock market. It had this massive peak in August 5th of this year. What happened to Bitcoin August 5th? Well, it nuked down to around $54,000, where just around a week before it was 68. And today we saw a massive spike in the VIX. Look at that. It's the biggest spike we saw since August 5th. So if you bought Bitcoin on August 5th during that peak instability volatility moment, you would have bought Bitcoin at around $54,000, and Bitcoin was just $108,000. So that was an amazing time to buy Bitcoin when everybody was panicking. And guess what? Everybody is panicking right now. Today has been a crazy day, but if you had purchased things earlier in the day, a lot of those coins have gone up since the bottom of the market today. So looking at this, a lot of coins are still down quite a bit, but even over the last hour, coins are going up. And a quick plug for my private community on Discord and through Patreon. I came out with a couple videos earlier today before I could make this full video, just about what was happening, what I was looking at, how I was approaching this, was I buying, was I panicking, etc. So if you want more up-to-date access with my information and everything that I'm seeing, with my 11 years being in this crypto space, which is a really long time, you can go ahead and use the link below after this video to sign up. So a couple charts I want to look at: Bitcoin's risk level, the historical risk chart, also Bitcoin year-to-date ROI. And then I also want to go through a couple charts here on TradingView, which make a lot of sense about what happened yesterday. So starting out, taking a look at Bitcoin's risk level. And if you like these charts, you can access them below with a 10% discount link. These are from Benjamin Cowan, another awesome YouTuber who has this amazing website with some of the best freaking charts in the space. You can use my link below if you want to get access to these. Anyway, so Bitcoin's risk level is around a 0.6. And back in March, we saw it much higher. You can see red means higher, 0.7 or so. And the last time we saw a big cluster of a ton of high risk for Bitcoin was going to be January of 2021, which would correlate to January of next year. So as of right now, things are not looking super risky here. Taking a look at this chart, this is the overall risk summary, which is taking into account a ton of different metrics, which is really cool. So we are still pretty low. Again, the last time it went above a 0.8 was going to be February of 2021, when the price of Bitcoin was $55,000, and that would have been a great time to literally exit the market or take a large amount of your crypto out of the market. But it's not to say we still can't have a pullback, right? Because we saw the risk level back in March at around a 0.5, kind of where we are right now. And March, the price of Bitcoin went from 71,000 all the way down to 58. A lot of you guys remember that. That was this year. So we could still see a pretty big pullback, and that really wouldn't bother me, and here's why. So January 4th of 2021, this would correlate to next year, so literally 2 weeks from now or so. The price of Bitcoin was $31,000. In a week, it went up to $40,000, which is a huge move. Then, at the end of January, the price was back down to $30,000. So that would essentially be like if we started next year at $100,000 Bitcoin, the price went up to $130,000 in a week, and then by the end of January, it went back down to $100,000. So you'd see a ton of volatility in altcoins if Bitcoin were to go up 30% and then down 30%. Within a matter of a few weeks. So this type of volatility is normal. And we only saw Bitcoin go down like 5% today. So imagine if Bitcoin went down 30% in the course of a week. My gosh, we can see altcoins maybe go down 40, 50, 60%. It could be that crazy. So if today really freaked you out, and if you're having stomach problems, you should probably either do one of two things. One, you're over allocated to crypto. You have too much crypto and you need to sell, you need to get out of the crypto market if today was just too much, because I think we're going to see more of this. Or two, you need to only have less projects and coins, but coins that you actually really, really believe in and understand. So that's why I don't suggest that anybody new have over 20 coins or 30 coins or listening to every single YouTuber yell at you to tell you to buy their portfolio. I think that's just too many coins, because you can't keep track of that many coins. And again, if today was a lot for you, then you need to just realize that this will happen in the future, and how can I prepare for this moving forward? Because the good news is that Bitcoin's year-to-date ROI, so how well has Bitcoin done this year, is right in the middle of what it did in 2020 and 2016. So Bitcoin is so far in this metric modeling what it did in the previous two halving years, which would lead to 2017 and 2021, which, like I've talked about in previous videos, were unbelievably amazing years for altcoins. But even with those amazing years for altcoins, we still saw insane volatility. So again, if today made you want to throw up, you have to decide what you want to do about that. You either have to sell your coins or learn how to sit on your hands or buy more when there's a dip. You have to do something, because I don't want you guys to get sick from future volatility. And by the way, there could be World War III, or the drones over New Jersey could find something in the water that could do something crazy with the world, right? Anything can happen. There's no guarantee that next year is going to be incredible, but minus some insane event that nobody can predict, like a global recession or depression or UFOs or a global war, it looks like from the charts I've showed that next year is probably or most likely going to repeat what happened in 2017 and 2021. So these are a couple charts that make sense of what happened yesterday. I keep saying today, but it's going to be yesterday by the time you watch this video. This is the crypto total market cap excluding the top 10. So looking at small and medium cap coins. And this is going to be the candle for yesterday right here, essentially showing that money, capital, left small and medium cap altcoins, again, those not in the top 10, and they went into Bitcoin and also stable coins, which I'll show in just a second. And this is the same chart, but showing the market cap just excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So all this means is that coins are flowing into Bitcoin, into stable coins, and possibly into Ethereum, because right now, Ethereum is still less risky than a tiny, tiny altcoin. Because when there is financial news like what happened yesterday, the market has to, or the market usually moves into safer assets. So the safest being the S&P 500, which still went down like 3%, which is a ton for a daily move for the S&P index. But then for crypto, Bitcoin is the safest crypto. Even though Bitcoin is still very volatile, Bitcoin is the safest, and then Ethereum, other big layer ones are going to be safer, and then moving into the smaller cap coins, they're going to be the most volatile. And this is the lovely Bitcoin dominance chart, which has been going up over the last couple days. And this candle right here shows what happened yesterday. So all this shows is that the percentage of the crypto market cap that is in Bitcoin went up, because again, Bitcoin is safer. But like I've showed in many previous videos, this is the end of December, basically where we are now, around December 18th, 19th, all the way to January 2nd. And Bitcoin dominance went up a ton until the beginning of January. So I'm not surprised that Bitcoin dominance is going up, because this is tracking what happened 4 years ago. And these final two charts show USDC dominance and USDT dominance. And these green candles are showing that a lot of money, or a lot of capital, was flowing out of altcoins, even out of Bitcoin really, and into stable coins, because a lot of people want to keep their money in crypto, but when things get scary, they want to, or they decide to sell altcoins, of course, and some people even sell Bitcoin. So again, it makes sense that stablecoins would absorb some of that selling. So a lot of people in my private community, and also just like my friends, are asking me, what are you buying today? What should I buy? And yeah, you could be looking at the Fibonacci retracement levels or the RSI. Those are great indicators to use. But days like today, where the market just overall nukes from bad news, it really doesn't matter much what you buy. I suggest, or what I did, is I bought coins that I already had positions in that I wanted to buy more of, or I bought coins that I'm like, you know what, this is a really cheap price. It's literally 10 to 15, some coins earlier today or yesterday were 20% down for the day, and I'm like, this is a great deal. If I think that the market is going to come back up, these are going to be great prices to buy. Now, how quickly does the market rebound from news like this? It really depends. It goes back to my analogy of digesting Mexican food truck tacos from unknown sources with, whatever. You just never know how quickly you're going to process those and digest those tacos. So there could be more bad news that comes maybe from Japan or maybe from, again, UFOs. I don't know. There's all sorts of things that can happen. Ultimately, though, we are just buying good projects on sale. And if the market repeats what happened in 2021, next year in 2025, even a little bit repeats, even 50% repeats, altcoins are going to do really, really well. So that's what I'm looking at. That's how I'm approaching this. At these levels, it really doesn't matter what you buy. Just buy good projects and buy things that you think are going to be here for a while. So before I go, a lot of you guys have asked me, how do I get some bonuses on exchanges? Because signing up with Coinbase, I think you get like $50, and some people are like, that's not a lot of money. Well, BTCC is offering a 10% bonus on first-time deposits only and a maximum bonus of $10,000 on a $100,000 deposit. There is no VPN and no KYC necessary, which is insane. And if you like to mess around with fire and play with leverage, don't recommend that unless you already do that and you like to do that. You can do so here. So if you want to get those deposit bonuses, I will leave the link to BTCC below where you can sign up and start trading. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you look at days like today as sales and not as days to freak out and panic. Because like I showed at the beginning of the video, the last time the VIX spiked really, really high was, in retrospect, an amazing day to buy Bitcoin. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Hope you're well. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.